Howdy y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Modded Minecraft. Been doing some work, getting stuff and things done, trying to figure out what's what. Been messing a little bit with magic crops. With the way things work now, I guess this is like magic crops too, not, I think it's under a new mod author or something like that, but it works a little differently now. Let's go sleep real quick. I hate filming in the dark. Now, previous versions, the stones that you needed to upgrade your dust and everything, the infusion stones, they didn't have a durability meter on them. They just worked. So now it's real important that if you can quickly get up to the master infusion, because it's infinite durability and it will do any of the combines that these will do. So once you have the master, you no longer need these other ones anymore. The essences have changed. Of course, you know, there was lesser, greater, all that stuff. Now it seems to go along. These seems like Thaumcraft kind of names to me, the Cascio and Menecio and all that kind of stuff. Other than that, the plants kind of work similar. One thing I noticed that did not happen before is these things hurt you now. You get up on them and they hurt you. What we have here, this is the Menecio crop. You need these to make the higher level essence. This is like the lowest level essence. For me, this was really easy, because what I did was I made a growth goddess band, or harvest goddess band. And what this will do is, when it's in your hotbar right here, is it will insta-grow anything. Well, it'll insta-grow magic crops as long as you have these lily pads of fertility. If these were not here, if these lily pads were not here, it wouldn't do anything to these crops. But with the band and the lily pads, it's kind of just instant grow. So real easy. These are, of course, Terra Steel crops. These are the higher end ones that I needed to make to get the Master Infusion Stone. These are Mana Steel crops right there, and then these are all Emerald. Now, another thing is these, if you don't completely knock it out of the ground, it'll just stay there and regrow. You don't have to replant it. That's nothing from these items doing that. That's the mod on itself that does that. Now, real important thing, if you're going to use this growth goddess band with this, do not turn on the auto harvest. I turned that on and I lost all the plants. They pulled up all the plants and all the seeds disappeared. I lost my experience crop doing that. I haven't redone them yet, but yeah, do not do that with this. They don't work together very well that way. And you know, it harvested everything up, but it also deleted all the seeds. So yeah, don't do that. That's bad. That's very bad. You will lose all your stuff, and then you'll be really raging, and you'll have to quit and go watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Netflix. Not saying that's what happened, but you know, it was there. So we've got that, and is anything else changed? Oh, okay. So we added the Elfheim portal over here. Had enough mana stored up to make a couple pools. Now, I do not leave this thing on. You know, I know it says that it's better to leave it on because it uses less mana once it's on. But honestly, it uses more mana with it being on than I'm ever going to use it, because I turn it on, I get a stack or so of what I need, and then I turn it off. So your Elfheim portal, that of course gets you your items for Botania. Don't forget to throw your manual in there, the Lexica Botania in the portal, so it'll update it and give you the new items that come from there, because if not, you won't get them. And we have updated to the latest version of Botania. which kind of sucks because if you'll notice our little ring here, constantly flickering on durability of the ring. Well, not really durability, the amount of mana. That's because the Sojourner Sash now uses mana to work. Oh yeah, we do have Terra Steel, but that's because we have those crops over there, and I'd only made about 8 pieces with this thing because this is not a very fast setup. But with the magical crops and especially with the Harvest Goddess band, it's really quick to get Terra Steel. So we're almost up to where I can make fill up another. Heck, we can just do that right now. Mana tablet, because I took all the mana out of those tablets to put into the Alfheim portal over there, so we can just drop that in there. Now these do not delete, so you can throw them in there and just kind of leave them there and not bother them. Now I have added, using the Practicalities mod from Joe Tato, these Enderman Soul aspects make kind of like spawner upgrades. So if we go down and look, what I've added to just kind of test them out, I've added a speed one to a blaze. I added the horde alteration, which I believe makes more spawn, to the Enderman one. I want to add a speed to him. And in the Nether, I added a speed and a horde to the skeleton spawner there. So it's got a pretty good drop rate. So the problem I've been having is trying to figure out what to focus on. There's quite a bit in here, and it's really hard to focus on, okay, what do I want to do next? So I've just been running around doing all kinds of different things. One of the things that I did was I took out all these crafting tables that were here, just all this mess. It was really, really slow, and I went ahead and spent the EMC to get an Mark II condenser. This is the Mark II. Mark I's just not fast enough to keep up with how much cobblestone will come out of just this one thing here. This one we could eventually add you can see we've got all the upgrades in here now. This one we'll handle it, and we could actually probably add another 1 or 2 of these on here, which I may end up doing just to make this even faster, so we can get some more EMC going. Because at this rate, we're never going to get up to where we need to be to get the gem armor. I've also upgraded the furnace to the extreme furnace much faster, because I am going to have to start doing some quarrying, because it looks like there's some stuff that I can't figure out how to get, and I'm imagining it must be from mining or something. So I have been making some lava generators, the 64 times 64 variety. So hopefully we'll be able to get that going. I also added in the Aroma's mining dimension. So we'll have to get that going relatively soon. But what I think I want to do this time is I'm really tired of manually doing living rock and living wood. So I did it in a previous episode or previous series, but really didn't show the actual build. So I think I'm going to get that stuff together, and we're going to make a kind of an automatic system to make our living wood and living rock, get that out of the way. So that's just one less thing I have to do, and I can check that off my list. So let me get some stuff up and together, and we'll be back and we'll put that together real quick. Okay, we're kind of down below our little workroom, and so what I've got here is hyper rationing pipes. Now what a hyper rationing pipe does is it only allows one of an item to be inserted into an inventory, and this is where our placers are going to be. So we're going to put these on the bottom, and it's probably not what I want to do. Do I got to do this from a Let me get that. Okay. Man, am I gonna have to? I don't think I can reorient these things. Open blocks. It takes a stick or something. Come on, this is always so irritating when things don't work the way you think they're gonna work. Okay, gonna turn. Some bitch, really? Wow, these pipes are like not only hyper rationing but hypersensitive. Alright, let's how am we gonna do this here? How are we gonna get these to go? Block placer. Nope. Come on. This is stupid. Why would they place that way? Okay, so that's basically what we're going to do. So we're going to have block placers and then block breakers up above. So let me pause real quick and put that all together because I'm going to have to dig down to do this, and it's going to take a while. So I'll be back in 1 second. Alrighty, I've kind of got everything where I want it, pretty much for the most part. We have our chest here, and we have a transfer node underneath. Now what we want to do is make sure that only certain items come out. So we have a item filter in here that has stone and oak wood. You can use whatever wood you want, or you can add multiple woods in there. It don't matter. And then we have a hop-a-hawk on top with the item frames on the side with living wood and living stone in there. So that means this will only pick up those items. So if we throw this down, it won't pick it up. So that's how you kind of filter the hopper hawk. And I've already ran, we have the block placers on the top and the, breakers and then placers. Now what we need to do is make sure that the top fires first so that this isn't trying to place when there's stuff up there just in case this screws up somehow. But it's pretty efficient. So what we're going to do is we're going to, from here, we need to get a redstone repeater so we can put a delay on it, and that will go like so. And we're going to put this all the way out, and then we're going to take a timer and let's just place it like right there. And you know what, let's go grab a lever real quick so we can turn this off. If I can type, there we go. We don't want to listen to that. Okay, so that's off, and then we're going to set this to about 90 seconds. It's probably a little long, but we want to make sure that everything changes. So our redstone then needs to come out, I believe, the top. Yeah. And shoot. How am I going to do that? Hold on, that's not going to work. Gosh darn it, this pick, man, is, I also made, hold on, this glove, traveler's glove, and I loaded it up with redstone. And it is with an efficiency, what is this? Efficiency 5 pick. It is a terror, absolute terror. Okay, all right, let's do this again. Let's run our redstone first. So that's going to come there, there, and then there. I don't know why that's like that, but, and then we can put our timer right here. So you can see now it's firing the top first. So just turn that off, go back up to 90. Alright, so it's going to take a little bit, so let's turn that off for now. And we'll do a dry run. Let's just grab, what am I the least? I don't really need any right now, but I'm going to very soon. So we'll throw just some wood in here for now. Give it a second to load all these into all these here. You know what? I should probably add some speed upgrades. Let's grab some speed. We don't need a full stack. And then go down home. Try to target that. Okay. So now we should have one in each. So we're going to turn that on. TikTok. Okay, I'm going to pause and then come back when it's working. Be back. So it's just about to fire off for the very first time. Now, I did rotate the timer just so the lever wasn't interacting with that redstone. So it should place now. So in 90 seconds, well, less than that, this will change. But then in 90 seconds from now, what it'll do is fire off the breaker and then place the rest of the, or another stack of wood or whatever's in there into position. So it's just kind of automatic. It'll run as long as there's wood in there. And if we need to, we can just turn the, or flip the lever to on, which will deactivate this timer. So it'll only run as long as we need it to run. As long as we want it to run anyways. And once it breaks, everything is going to shoot out the top here. We don't need to pipe it or anything because the hopper hawk should pick it up since it's going to be living wood. So we'll let that, let's check this real quick. Look at that, we're already up to 18 on here. Now imagine if we added a second transfer node with similar upgrades and also piped it into here. I think we'll be doing a lot better on our EMC. We'll have a lot of EMC to play with because like right now I don't even have enough to do a Klein star at all. Okay, so see everything changes. And now it's just about to fire off and break everything. Oh shit. Did it work? Did it get everything? Yes, it did. Okay, good to go. So that is a completed little project there. One less thing that we have to worry about. It's like it is the nighttime. We don't really need to worry about the nighttime as far as mob spawn anymore. I did make a QED and I did make one magnum torch sitting right here. You probably noticed it already, but yeah, so we don't have to worry about the mob spawns in our fort anymore, or too much in the surrounding area. You got to kind of go over into the desert to actually get any spawns. But I did notice I did start getting into Essential Craft. Made the Soul Stone, which is kind of early power source for this. Still trying to figure it out a little bit more. Not a lot of videos on it, believe it or not, and at least not decent ones. So I'm still working on that. Hopefully soon I'll be able to come up with some way of starting to mess with that, because there are some items in there I would like to have. So hopefully next time we'll do that. Well guys, this is kind of a progress update. We got a little project done. Just heard it do it again. I don't know if you just heard it do. So that's one thing. Hopefully what I'm probably going to do is focus on getting botania going before I really worry about anything else. I think that's the best way to go, is just focus on one thing, get that kind of completed. So one of the things that I want to do is get mana going, or better mana than this. I mean, this is okay, but it's real slow. So I do want to get the Kikamuras going. I have runes enough to make 4 of them. And 4 of them actually put out a lot of power. That's one of the main reasons I made the portal to Elfheim, because 4 of them will way overload this. this one mana, these little early mana spreaders. So we're gonna need the better mana spreaders to do that. And the ones that I really need is the Gaia mana spreader. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to do the Gaia battle relatively soon if I want to be able to really get the mana going. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you coming by, and I will see y'all later.